I actually was born here in El Dorado. Right out of high school, got married to a really great guy, and I started selling insurance door to door. Did that for about 5 years, and it just wasn't my passion. But the one thing that it did do, I read a book called The Power of Positive Thinking, and it had lots of testimonies and lots of things that led me to the Bible, which really did change my life. I had really embraced that, fell in love with the Lord, and then I decided I didn't want to sell insurance anymore. So the Lord led me on down the street, and I went to see my cousin at R.A. Wells. That was a clothing store, men and women's back then. Went in, applied for a job, and my cousin was leaving, so I filled that position. And I knew from the minute I started retail that I loved it. You know, the brick and mortar stores, they walk in the door, you build a personal relationship with them. And those relationships are long-standing, especially in a small community. I have a passion for the community. I fell in love with the community, and so that's why I stay here. People say, well, why don't you go to a bigger town? Well, I don't want to go to a bigger town because I love my town. My employees have been working really hard designing a new brand for Robbins, and we've also been working really hard on designing a website. My goal is to provide an opportunity for the next person or persons to enjoy being in the brick and mortar store that we have. But moving forward, I still want to just be here for as many years as I can, and then also provide a place where maybe my long-term employees can maybe take over, do their thing, and grow, you know, spread their little wings and fly.
Born and raised here in El Dorado, born in Susie B. Allen Hospital. I got into the business actually just right out of high school. I spent some time working out of state for my first year out of high school, and then I got back and was going to Butler Community College and went to see Charlie Young at Young's Appliance, and I was able to get a job with him. I've been in the appliance business ever since. So that's over 40 years. Ended up working for Dennis eventually when he bought the new owners out, and was able to buy Dennis out about 5 years ago. I love El Dorado. I've been in this business a long time. I've got a lot of loyal customers. El Dorado is a great place to live. My family's grown up here, and I just can't think of any other place I'd rather be. Well, I want the business to go on as long as I can. I mean, eventually I will probably retire. When I can't do what I need to do, I'll turn it over. I've got two good business partners that are a blessing to me, very creative, and they're a big part of why we're so successful. We've done a lot of different things that I would have never thought to do because of them, and we're also blessed because we have Dennis, who we bought out, working for us, and his daughter works for us. They're just tremendous help. You know, we couldn't run this without them, and I think long term we're going to be here, and right now we're real pleased with what's happening.
I was born in Ellsworth, Kansas, grew up in Wichita, came to El Dorado in 1965 to attend Butler Community College. I wanted to be a funeral director, and that's what my degree is in. and I worked at the Kirby Funeral Home. Then the love of my wife came into my life, and her family had owned the funeral home, continued to work there for a while, and then we decided that we would go into the flower business. So Walter's Flowers, I had been working there a couple years, and they were ready to sell, and so that's when we purchased it in 1976. And then about 1996, we opened the Walters 2 for 3 months on South Main and did a Christmas store. And then we realized then that we needed to make a move to downtown El Dorado, where we had a bigger location, better parking. And so when JCPenney's decided to close, the chamber called and said, we'd love to have you downtown. And so that's when we purchased the building and moved from 900 square feet to 9,000. And I think El Dorado has been very good to us. And most of our clientele is plus El Dorado. We have people coming from Wichita. You know, we've done some big weddings in Wichita. We did the Coke wedding, and they'd gone to 5 different flower shops, and then they chose us. We've done weddings as far away as Florida and Texas. We have done weddings in Kansas City. People going up the Main Street will stop, and so we have a lot of Winfield and Arc City clients. We have people from Texas, and we have one lady we ship candles to in Kentucky, and so that's just kind of how it all progressed. And so we decided I'd rather stay in a small town and let the people come to me.